page. 18 out of 20. 183. It takes forever.
There it is. There we go. There we go. What up, everybody? Now that we got it all situated here, I'm going to go ahead and share the broadcast. If you guys want to do the same, that would be great. Hold on 1 second. I'm just taking a moment and sharing it.
Oh, no, you're good. Oh.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check, mic check, mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, there we go, there we go. What is up, what is up? MPCW. I know it's been a couple weeks and it may be a little bit longer since we have discussed what's been happening in Madden 25 and what's been happening in the franchise. And like I said, for those people that watched the ending of the season, and now we're here, we're in the playoffs, and this is where Mason and we're going to sit back each time the week advances, whether I get kicked out the first round, Mason gets kicked out the first round. We still got to put on the show, and we still got to do what we got to do to provide the entertainment for the lead up and the hype for the Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are going to sit back and talk about the end season stats. We're going to talk about what's the lead up for the playoffs. We're going to talk about record breaking stuff that has happened here, and it's gonna be pretty exciting here for the lead up for the playoffs. What are you looking for, madam?
Your box.
My box? Where is my? Why is my box? Where is my box?
In the old spot.
Who put? Oh, okay. I understand. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see, we have the most passing yards of 2024 goes to the Wizards, with the quarterback Lamar Jackson holding that and the passing touchdowns. He had 5,947 yards. He was short of almost 6,000 yards, but he broke a record, and he had 72 passing touchdowns in 2024. There was also another record breaker, as we have the most rushing touchdowns also in 2024, another record that got broken. And that, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Breece Hall from the Dragons with 31 rushing touchdowns. Let's go ahead over to any game breaking. Let me see. Nope, nothing really. No, wait. Oh, yeah. another Lamar Jackson showdown here as he broke another record in 2024 with 8 passing touchdowns in one game, breaking that record as well. So the Wizards, they're on a very big hot streak. They're #1 seed after losing the first couple games of the season, bouncing back. They are a team that I'm even kind of worried to face. But here we are. We are doing the best we can to see what we can do to beat them again. But this is their revenge, their moment to complete the story and go on into the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens here. But Lamar Jackson again with 8 passing touchdowns. Now, I'm actually going to go over to the rookie season here, and there's only been one record break, and I'm actually going to let Mason Stevens kind of glow on this trait with this record breaking. Go ahead, my brother.
So unfortunately, as everybody knows, I am a Broncos fan in real life. So it makes me happy to see this, but at the same time, I kind of wish it could happen in real life. But we got Bo Nix breaking the rookie season passing touchdown record with 35 total touchdowns.
And that's good for a rookie. Very good with a rookie on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that was pretty much the records of 2024 that were broken. So let's go ahead and do the player stats here. We're gonna go into the top of the top like we would on a normal broadcast. And shocker, as you guys see, Lamar Jackson, 5,947 yards, 72 touchdowns, 28 interceptions. And if I am correct, he has thrown the most interceptions. So not only did the quarterback throw for the most touchdowns, he also threw for the most interceptions of 28. But he has a 72% completion rating. Who's our number 2 quarterback of this season? Mason?
1 second. Let me back up there. I was double checking to make sure. Our second quarterback is Jalen Hurts from the Rio de Janeiro Huskies. He's got 4,591 yards. He's got 295 completions to 480 attempts.
You're yelling at him for?
He's got 37 touchdowns with 21 interceptions, so a pretty good ratio there. His pass completion percentage is 61%.
Absolutely.
What toy does he?
And he's been sacked 22 times.
Oh, yeah. He has been sacked 22 times. Nice. Now, Mr. Josh Allen here from the Buffalo Bills. That's not a shocker, as the Bills crept their way into the playoffs with 4,356 yards, 40 touchdowns, only 11 interceptions, so that ratio is pretty good. 69 of a percentage and sacked 22 times. Now we are going to go ahead into the rushing yards. Ooh, look at the closeness between those two. Holy shit. Less than 100 yards.
Damn.
Hold on 1 second.
Lay back down, baby.
All right, so go ahead with the rushing aspect of it there. I want you to gloat on this one a little bit, but go ahead.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, our rushing leaders for you. Sitting at number 1, my boy, Jahmyr Gibbs, with 392 attempts, 1,857 yards, and 27 touchdowns.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, in second place, we got Breece Hall with 1,763 yards, 31 touchdowns, having the NFL record. And he had the longest of 52, with Jamal Gibbs had the longest of 62. And if I am correct, let's see, the longest goes to Herbert with a 96 for the longest from the Chicago Bears.
Jeez.
Now who's our number 3 running back?
Number 3 making his way up the ladder.
Oh shoot, I didn't even think about that.
Saquon Barkley with 289 rushing attempts for 1,312 yards and 22 touchdowns, and his longest run is 55 yards.
55. Swifty-5.
So he ended up coming in first place.
And then we are going to go ahead into the receiving aspect of it. And holy crap, this is actually kind of messed up. The tight ends are the top.
Came in first place. Yeah, and I wasn't even trying. I was
That's
trying
crazy.
to do my worst.
Oh, we got Mark Andrews with 1,700.
I came in second in this one. Why don't you get out of your bed?
Can you stop the emoting?
Yeah, why'd you go over there and do that?
So we got 1,742 yards, 14 touchdowns, with 58 is his longest as our top receiving. And go ahead, who's in second?
We've got Travis Kelce in second with 92 receptions for 1,451 yards and 12 touchdowns, and his longest reception is 71 yards.
And then finally we got a receiver. Who is that? Devonta Smith. With 1,441 yards, 14 touchdowns, with 79 as his longest. And the longest receiving goes to the Falcons, McLeod III, with 92 as his longest reception.
Damn.
Most touchdowns goes to Pickens from the Wizards with 20 touchdowns.
He was catching a lot of balls.
He doesn't
Whoa,
drink them straight.
pause.
Where's the straw? It's broken. Where is it?
All right. So for blocking wise, now if you go where it says sack, and the person that has given up the most sacks goes to Willis Jr. from the Browns with 18 allowed sacks. That's a lot of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
On the defense side of things, the person with the most solo tackles. Who is it, my brother?
Right now, as I'm scrolling down our stat sheet here, it looks like we have a tie
Oh, shiest.
for the most solo tackles. And those two are, give me 1 second. It's a tie between Willie Gay from the New Orleans Saints and E.J. Speed of the Indianapolis Colts. Both sitting at 108.
Damn. And then the most, tackles actually goes to Willie Gray. The solo tackles is tied. The regular most tackles goes to Willie Gay with 137, and right behind him goes to Thompson from the Panthers with 136. Tackles for a loss. Holy shit. Aiden Hutchinson with 32 tackles for a loss. Do you have anything you want to say to that, my brother?
That man's a monster.
Yes, yes. And he also leads with most sacks, 20. So he loves when he sacks. Most interceptions is actually tied between Kyle Hamilton from the Wizards and Trey White, what's his name? White, Mr. White from the not Chargers, from the Rams.
Oh, Tre'Davious White, yes, sir.
Tre'Davious Wright, both of them with 9 interceptions.
Wow.
Forced fumbles goes to Brian Branch with 6.
Hey.
And then if I go over to defensive touchdowns, it actually goes to what's his name here? He's from the Miami Dolphins. Fuller. He has 3 defensive touchdowns.
DJ Fuller, I think is his name.
Kendra or some K Fuller.
Oh, or no, Kendrick.
Kendrick.
I think.
Yeah, I have my camera in the wrong spot, but oh well. All right, as we go back into the NFL aspect of things, kicking. The only kicker that has 100% goes to C. Little from the Jaguars with 2 field goals made, 2 field goals attempt all year round with 100%.
Oh, damn.
The longest field goal goes to Aubrey from the Cowboys with 66.
Looking like Justin Tucker out there.
Uh-huh. Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh, man, the kicking's pretty good. Punting wise, no one cares. Kick return. Let's go ahead and talk about the kick return, my brother. I'll let you have the spot here to talk about our number 1 top kick returner.
Sitting at number 1 in top kick returners is Raheem Mostert from the Dolphins.
Nope. If you go to yards.
Oh, sorry. Rewind. Sitting at the top is Xavier Worthy with 38 kick returns for 1,000. Holy crap. 1,092 kick return yards. He's got a kick return average of 28.7 yards, 2 touchdowns, and his longest kick return was 95 yards.
I remember that.
Wow.
Yep. Our top punt returner goes to McCaffrey with 163 yards, and we've had no touchdowns at all. So the punting was not anyone's forte.
No, it was not.
Like nobody's forte. It was just non-existence for the whole season. So, are you ready to talk about the playoffs?
Let's do it. Let's go to the bracket.
We're going to view the playoff bracket here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm going to have you talk about the AFC side of things, but let's slowly talk about, so when you stay here, kind of ask, obviously, I'm going to go with the Dragons, but, ask me, the Jaguar, whoever's the other teams, you know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the AFC side, locking in the 1 seed, and if you've been following the franchise from day one, you know the story of the Wizards, formerly known as the Baltimore Ravens. started off a little rocky the first couple games, you know, adjusting to being overseas, being in a new country, you know, adjusting to everything. They kind of caught fire and won out the rest of their season. The Wizards are locking in the 1 seed, so they get the first round bye. Um, Now let's talk about the wild card, because you know we got some good matchups here. Sitting at the 2 seed, the San Diego Dragons, formerly known as the Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the Miami Dolphins.
Now here's this. Now here's this for a story kicker. Who has beaten the Wizards?
The Chiefs have.
The Dragons.
Oh yeah, sorry. Dragons.
The
formerly
Chiefs.
known as the
Listen,
Chiefs.
I know legally, technically, yes, the Chiefs, but shh. Listen, I kind of bought the team the week before, but the papers weren't there, so it was the Dragons, damn it. Anyways, so the Dragons beat the Wizards game 1, opening season. This is a chance if Dragons can defeat Miami Dolphins, Dragons can go into the divisional round, and it's going to be one heck of a divisional matchup. Wizards, Dragons. Can you imagine that? Anyways, continue on, my brother. Let's go to the
Alrighty,
next one.
Moving on down, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars going
Which-
up against the San Diego Chargers.
Which I kind of find funny because I think I remember at the beginning of the season both these teams were at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were at the bottom of the stats, of the record books, of everything like that, and then they turned around and then what? They came back. They're in the playoffs, and here they are. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the next one, my brother.
Alrighty, locking in the 4 and 5 seeds, you got the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Absolutely. Right now, Xfinity Gaming, I am not actually trying to play. I'm going through the playoffs. Would you like to be invited into our playoff or not? Well, into our franchise at some point? Yeah, franchise. But right now, we are trying to go through the broadcast, go through the playoffs, and then I'm about to play my playoff game. So, anyways, now I want your opinion. Dragons or Dolphins?
Oh, I got my money on the Dragons.
You're gonna go what?
I am a loyal Dragons fan, so go Dragons.
Xfinity Gaming. I know you're on Xbox. I know my cousin's gonna be joining. He's on a different platform, and yeah, I got next 25, right? And I got PS5, so yeah, it's definitely good. So we could definitely work something in there. I just need your EA, and once I get your EA, if I don't have it already. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the NFC side of things. The Philadelphia Eagles were 8-0, right? They were 8-0. They were 8-0 at one point, and then they were bought. They were bought by your city rival, Rio de Janeiro. Yes. Now, Xfinity Gaming, is there any team in the playoffs that you would like to be? If not, then you need to let me know what team you want to be so I can invite you in. But other than that, it'll be after I play my game, of course, and I'll figure everything else out. So the Huskies were also what was bought for the Rio de Janeiro, and you want the Panthers? All right. Yeah, I'll definitely get you all situated on there. Just let me know your EA, and I'll make sure to see if I'm friends or on your friends list. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we got in the wild card, the number 2 seed. We got the Black Knights. The Black Knights. You guys have been killing it all throughout the NFC. You've been really struggling to try to creep up with the Eagles, but here you are. you could advance as well and knock them out in the divisional as well.
Absolutely.
You know, so this is going to be an interesting game between you and the Commanders, but there's rumors that the Commanders are being bought. Which means if the team is bought, because once you enter the franchise, you must create your own team, your own logo type of deal that they give you for options and stuff like that. The thing is, the Commanders are bought in. We are still wondering what is the team, but that means it is a user team and not a CPU. So, Mason, I want your opinion as a coach. How do you feel that you have been conquering all throughout the NFC? Not once have you really fought a user, and here you are in the first game of the playoffs. You were anticipating, okay, it's CPU. I got this. I can do this. I'm getting ready. I'm getting hyped up. I'm going to go over to Huskies, and I'm going to claim Rio de Janeiro, but here you are. Plans have changed. It went from CPU to user. How do you feel about that? Because it's going to be a completely different ballgame. We have never seen this new person play. And I'm not going to reveal who he is yet, but what are your thoughts, Mason?
There's
Are you
a little worried.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say, are you at least a little worried? A little bit?
There, there's a slight bit of worry, you know, like you said. We've never seen said person play. You know, I don't know his game style. But at the same time, it's vice versa. He's never played me. He don't know my play style.
That is very true. That is facts. That is facts.
So,
unless he watches you.
Which is very true. So I guess at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be different. You know, like you said, dominating through the season. You know, I mean, I had a couple rough games, but we bounced back, and I have confidence going into the wild card.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the next. We got the Falcons going up against the Chicago Bears. What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are the Bears shouldn't even be in the playoffs, but
exactly.
Besides the point. And Atlanta, you know, they've been doing their thing. The last couple games of the season, you know, it was a fight between us and the Falcons for the 2 seed. And to see them in the 3 seed, it's another, you know, confidence booster for the Black Knights.
Absolutely.
To be able to sit at the 2 seed and know we did a little bit better. So
absolutely. You know, and that we're going to go ahead and talk about the Cardinals and the Cowboys here. Cowboys is not a shocker for me that this is happening. But we all know what they're going to do. They're going to suck on some broadcaster and they're going to choke. Exactly. Mason, you did that way too well. I'm just kidding. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We got the Cardinals and the Cowboys. I'm actually rooting for the Cardinals on this one. What about you, my brother? I want to see Cardinals and Falcons. I want to see Cardinals versus Falcons.
Yeah, Battle of the Birds. I like it.
Absolutely.
Cardinals.
Yep, that would be great. I want to see Huskies and Black Knights. I want to see Wizards and Dragons. I actually want to see Jaguars and the Bills. Is what I want to see.
I had to go Steelers.
You have to go Steelers? I guess we'll find out. Tune in next time when we get ready to talk about the divisional round on who advanced and who didn't. Whoop, whoop. We're out.
Whoop, whoop.
And soon you'll be catching the Dragons versus Dolphins momentarily. Thank y'all. Whoop, whoop, motherfuckers.
Whoop, whoop.